Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm just putting my little clock up there so I know how I'm going time-wise, because I don't want to be cut off at the end of the video or just before the end. But today's video is inspired by these lovely little pockets that I received some time ago in the mail. They are by La-Di-Da, and there are 5 pockets in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I haven't used them, and they've been sitting in my cupboard for probably 10 years. I didn't even date them when I got them. But they are so simple. If you've got scraps of paper, you can make these. I've made several of them. Let me show them to you before we go making some. Just pop those out of the way. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? And I just had these 2 pieces of paper sitting on my desk, and I thought, right, I will use those and see how I can go. But before I do that, I'd like to give a couple of little shout-outs. One, to a new subscriber, Regina from Regina S. Carrie Sue, who is a long-time subscriber from Redheaded Lassie 1. And Caroline from Dream with Caroline. I do very much appreciate all of you. And Regina, thank you for joining me here, and I look forward to seeing your comments as they come through. So, let's get on and make a couple of these little things together. As you can see, I've used a stamp, I've used a little bit of a border, I've used some lace, I've used my homemade buttons, I've used resin, I've used lace again, I've used a little piece of applique here, little flowers, little bead. Whatever you have on your craft desk or in your craft supply, you can use on these. Just the tiniest little scrap, and you've got it done. Even the little tags are so easy. Just, 2 and 3/4 by 2 3/4 or 3 inches with a little decoration on them, and you've got it done, and they just sit in there so beautifully. So let's make one. I have a scrap of paper. I used one of the manufactured or the purchased ones, and I made a little template. Now this is 3.5 inches long by 3 inches wide. So if you've got a piece of paper that's this big and it's in your scrap box, you can use it. So now this is the front facing, so you work out what you want to put on your front. Let's do one that's prettier than this. I've already cut this out. So I'll just show you. Your front facing one, you work out what you want on your front. That's the back, and that's going to be your front. That's the bit that people will see. So if you don't want to decorate, you think it's pretty enough, well, that's great. Otherwise, you can decorate it. Now let's work this out again over here. I want the music showing. So I'm just lining it up with the top of the music bar, and I'm just tracing it out. It's very easy to do, very, very simple. You just need some scrap papers and scissors and some tape and whatever you want to decorate with. So let's go. And the tape I'm using is the narrow tape, because you can't use the thicker tape on this, it's just too big. And it's just as easy as this. There's no big deal. But what you end up with is something very pretty and really, really lovely to use. And I'm going to put this into a journal after we've done it, so that you can see how nice it looks. Okay, let's get rid of the scraps as we're going along, because we don't want to burden the little mat up with scraps. I'm just reaching for my journal so that it's close to hand for when I need it. Okay, now turn it over, because this side is blank. You don't need anything on it. If you've got double-sided, well, so be it, but you're not going to see it. So you bend it over, keeping it as straight as you can, of course, on the edges of your little peaks. So where you've got this little cutout here is where you fold it. And the same here, you fold where that little corner cuts off. So very, very easy. I'm not the originator of this. I'm sure that other people have done these little pockets as well. But look how neat that is. That's cute. Now, get my little narrow tape. And you only need about 1/2 inch of tape just to hold the flaps in. because once you put it into your journal, you're going to glue it. So you don't need to use a huge amount of tape. And as you can see, it's only narrow. I'll take the backing paper off if I can get it off quickly. Sometimes it works quickly, sometimes it doesn't. We've had a change in our weather pattern here this last couple of days, and it's quite chilly. It really is. You know, we go from 34 degrees to 18 all in 24 hours. It really does shock the old system a bit. Okay, now press that down with my bone folder. Whoops, didn't mean to press that a bit up. Come over here, you. And just put some, what am I using? Walnut stain. I can't trust myself there because I changed my wooden block. And a little bit at the top. Okay, now we need something to go on top of it so that it looks pretty in the book. I think I've got a selection of little laces here that I can use. It's going into a blue book, so let's use the blue ribbon. I can put that across the top, and I think that would look quite nice. Depending, of course, what I put underneath it. Okay, let's trim some of that. Let's not trim it yet. Get the glue. Because I can always put another little piece of lace on the top if it's too dark and too somber. Just pressing my glue down. Oh, of course it's sealed itself off, hasn't it? There we go. Now the little piece of glue that didn't come off. Okay. Dithering again, sorry. And I must remember to talk up a little bit so you can all hear me properly. Because if I talk in my normal voice, you can't hear me, which is a bit sad. You need to hear what I'm yapping about, don't you? Of course you do. Now, that was the reason I didn't cut it off before I glued it on, because I wanted it to cover the whole thing. And there's nothing worse than thinking you've got the measurements right because you haven't used a ruler, and it turns out all wrong. That is a little bit too dark for my liking, so let's put something else on it. I've got a little piece of snippet strip here. That's a bit too big. But I do like that bit. And it covers up too much of the blue. Oh, okay, so I can't use that one really. Let's use this one, a little piece of lace from here. Well, that looks quite nice. You can only just see the music sheet underneath. I do want to see that. Not so much music sheet because you've just got the vowels and a few of the little notes there. So I guess it won't matter too much, will it? Maybe if I turn it up that one, that's nicer. Yeah. Okay. Because I've got plenty of this, I feel comfortable cutting a fairly large piece off. Okay, let's glue this again. Come on, glue, work. If you would like to hear your name called out on my channel during one of my embellishment videos, please leave me a little message and just say hi, and I will gladly give you a little shout out. It just really tickles me when people do leave a message and just say hello. It doesn't have to be any grandiose comment, you know, just a hi, how you doing? And I will answer you on the video comment, and also give some people a little shout out. I love it when people give me a little shout out. It makes me feel important. It makes me feel wanted, and I feel like going back to that channel again because I know I'm appreciated. So please let me know who you are, where you're from maybe. That could be your comment. Like, hi, I'm Ruth, I'm from South Australia. Done. Okay, I like that. Now, what can we put on top of it? Do we want a flower? That's not significant enough, is it? Not in my opinion. Let's have a look, see what else I've got here. Maybe a little homemade doily and the flower. Well, that looks nice. I do like that very much. Okay. That's what we're going to go with. More glue. I made the mistake last night of leaving my glue open, but I had it turned upside down in a little container, and it literally sealed itself off. So I was really quite thrilled because I was expecting, when I saw that the lid was open, that I would have a bucket of glue in my container, but no, I didn't. It was really wonderful. So I'll show you that in just a minute once I've got this on here and in place. I can show you. Look, there's just a little cheap container that I've had, and all I did was put my glue down like that, and I forgot to do it up, and it just caked around the top and sealed itself out. It was really wonderful. So that's what I won't be purposely leaving it undone from now on, but I can leave it while I'm crafting and know that my glue is going to be present down the nib, and know that it's not going to be wasting itself. Okay, that's rather wonderful. Right, now I've got some sayings, but they're not going to glue onto here. They're little sticker sayings, so I need something to put on there. Now, what can I use? Thinking. I wasn't prepared for this part of it. Okay, what's that? I feel like a right twit because I wasn't prepared for that. Let me just see what I've got up here in my little paper stash. Paper bits and pieces. That might do. Let's see what I've got in here. Ooh. Maybe we can put one of those on. A little piece of green card will work well. That's pretty good, wonderful. Thank you for that. It doesn't go in with the blue behind me, but it's okay. It's okay. Now, where's my little stickers? Today is a good day. Let's put that on there. Let's see if it fits first. Today's a good day. And if I just have that little bit of background behind it, it won't be too bad, I don't think. Tiniest little border. Sometimes they're the worst ones to cut, aren't they? Okay, that's good. That's what happens, see? It sticks to the old stuff in the container. And as you saw, I just wipe it off. And the glue is there ready for me already. That's good. I like that. And I think, seeing as I discovered those little beetles, I'm going to put one or two of them on here too. Because they are cute. Very cute. See, See, that's what I do. I put things into little packets and I forget that they're around until I'm doing something like this, and I discover them again, so it's really good. I like rediscoveries because it means that I'm going to use those now even more. Now these are on little pop dots. I'm going to leave the pop dot there, but I'm going to take the backing off and put a little dab of glue. Let's make 3. Let's put them all in a little row. There's one. There's a little backing off again. I'll take the backing off this one too while I'm doing this, because that way it'll save us. Well, it won't save time, but it will stop me feeling awkward so much. Doing it 3 times and looking awkward is no fun. It's not so much looking awkward, it's feeling awkward. Another little one here. Such tiny little things, and I've got awkward hands. And another one just there. I think that will be lovely. There we go. And today is a good day. It's wonderful. Okay, now what I need is to get a couple of those little tags that I took out of the other envelopes to pop one into here. Yeah, she says, where did I throw those? Guess what, they're here. I'll take both of these out just to show you what it looks like completed. So the little one goes in the front, the bigger one at the back, and there you have it. Now let's put it in a journal so you can see what it looks like. The pink is not my favorite color for this particular journal. I need to get some blue. This journal is all about blue. So we can either put it here, or we can make it a feature on the page up here. So you've got 2 little pockets that you can use for extra journaling, and this is your page decoration. So I think I like that right there, and I can change these little tabs at a later date. So now, using the back that we've already put together, just have to clean my glue off again. It's decided to stick to everything in this thing now. Oh, how awkward is that? Okay. Now just a little bit of glue on your side flaps where you've stuck those down with a double-sided tape. A little bit along there and a little bit along that part there. Because I like to make sure things are glued down, extra glue going everywhere. Now make sure you leave room for your little tags, so I like to line them up and then go just a little bit below, a little bit in from the page, and we're done. So let me just turn this around so that you can see. And when I get some blue card, I'm going to put the little beetle on them as well. So there's one, and there's 2. You don't have to have 2, but I've chosen to have the 2 pockets in there, or the 2 tabs in there. So if you've got a little piece of fabric, or a little, not fabric, if you've got a little scrap of paper, consider making some of these. They are so easy. Very, very simple. You don't have to do a lot of measuring if you don't want to. You make those little packets and pockets any size you want, but I've chosen to make a few of them, as you know, as you've seen before, just because I could. And these bright pink ones and the purple ones are from 2 sheets of paper, 1 sheet of purple, 1 sheet of pink, and as you saw, the scrap of music paper. With that, my lovelies, I will leave you now, and I will catch up with you in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Take care. Keep smiling.